Hi everybody, this is Susie. I'd like to share with you a box that I made for my group Mixed Media Vintage Arts, which is known as MMVA on Facebook. I made this cigar box for my partner in the group, and that was Jen. She's candledamachine here on YouTube. We were doing a swap in November where it would be a Secret Santa vintage swap, so you had to make a box that was vintage style. So I'd like to share with you the box that I made. I used one of my most favorite paper collections, which is the Journey papers from K & Company. It's one of my favorites. I have a few packs like that. And all of the flowers here are from Wild Orchid Crafts, the mulberry flowers. Everything else is from my stash, including any of the glass flowers here, flourishes that are primas, and scattered pearls and stick pins and beads. And so let me just share this with you. Okay, that is the cigar box. I'd like to really show you, I'm going to just turn this up. I'm not using a tripod here, so that I can just show you the layout of it. And I just love the way it cascades, because that's one of the favorite things. It's kind of like my signature designs, is cascading my work. This very large bud rose here is one that I made out of paper, and the paper was kind of like maybe like a salmon pinky kind of color. And after making the flower, I etched all of them with the vintage photo ink from Ranger. Just love that. And as you can see, there is one flower there, another right here. I don't want to get too close. And another right there in between the two. Just love the way they came out. I actually placed them on the box standing upright, which they're probably a little over an inch tall. So these are really big bud roses. And because this is being made for a special friend and a special member at MMVA and a special everything, I wanted to make sure that I really did a nice job on this box, and I think that I have achieved that. I had used a lot of different Wild Orchid Craft flowers in here. If you see any of these little tiny gold beads, they are actually stick pins. I don't want to pull it out because I may pull the flower with it. And the Wild Orchid Crafts that are in an ivory color, those are also distressed, just to give the edges a dried out look. My goal here was to have these flowers look as if they were very vintage, old, possibly something that you'd see in an antique shop. I have a lot of pearls that are scattered here in like the palest of a gray, with gold balls, baby pink, some pink crystals, and cream, along with this really big prima flourish that I had, that I actually broke up in pieces and scattered that around the box, just to give it some texture away from all of the background paper that was added onto the wooden box with the Mod Podge. And I have my flower, the scheme here, the flower color scheme is anywhere between the two-tone baby pink and creams, blending very lightly into the browns and the taupes. I really wanted it to be those kind of colors and neutrals to kind of go nicely with the box, which I really love it because it's kind of like that, like you'd see this like on a chair, the tapestry. It's such a beautiful floral tapestry look. And this paper, when it went on with the Mod Podge, I sanded all the edges, and all of the edges around have all of the ink, the vintage photo ink, which is my favorite color to work with, all the way around to give it like kind of like an old effect. Not necessarily a burnt effect, but like an old effect. And I do have a couple of stick pins in here. There's one little one here, there's another one here, and there's all the glass beads on there. There's another stick pin over here that has a crystal on it. Very, very beautiful. There's really tiny little bud roses from Wild Orchid Crafts. And all these flowers, again, from wildorchidcrafts.com. Just absolutely gorgeous. You can check out still photos on my blog at suziecrafter10.blogspot.com. And you can also see the pictures on my Facebook page if you have access to the internet and Facebook. And this really, really beautiful flower daisy with a rhinestone in the center. This color is like a clear color, almost like a crystal. Very pretty. I wanted to put that there just for a little bit of an accent because it was kind of naked right there. I just had some of these taupey colored skeleton leaves, 2 on this side and 2 on this side, and it's a very, very faint effect, which I love about them. They're there, but they're almost clear. You'd have to look close to see it. Just elegant with a couple of flat crystal beads that are there, and some other really tiny little daisies. Just really beautiful. And if you see some of these green flowers sticking out, those are those hydrangeas that I cut in half and bend and use them as fillers. So I kind of like the way that looks. And the way I have the flowers laid out, cascaded, pushed up against each other, just really gives it that beautiful sway, kind of blending into each other. These right here, these are actually from Christmas ornaments. I don't know if I have one handy to show you, but you can get them actually. All I have to do is touch one thing in my craft room and everything goes flying. Isn't that sad? So anyway, I could just get this off and I could show you. I'm sorry if I'm shaking. Okay. You ever see these at Michael's? They're like $1.50 or $1.29, something like that. These are those holly berries that you stick in your tree. Well, they come in lots of colors, and they also come in this lavender pinkish kind of color. So I cut some of those balls off and added them on, kind of like a large pearl effect. Very, very beautiful. And just as the opening, this came from a necklace, and I just love it because it's got that filigree kind of look with the engraving of some flowers and daisies on that. Very vintage looking. So I kind of glued that right on top of the latch. And if you could just bear with me for 1 second, I'm just going to open this quickly so you can see the inside. Jen asked me to leave this empty, which I would never ever do to somebody. So there's just a couple of things that I'm going to put in here to give to her, hoping that she can use it and enjoy it. The inside of this is painted like a caramel colored brown. It's a flat base paint. I used 2 coats just so that I was kind of hoping to get that wood grain effect to come right back through to give it a really vintage feel. As you can see all around the edges here, it shows up really nicely, and I really love the way I captured that. So closing this, I'm just going to put this to the side because this video is not going to be shown until she receives it and opens it and so on. So there was a mask contest that I had. Not that many people participated, and so and I wanted to have a prize. I was hoping for like 50 or 100 people to have a big prize, but because I had a small amount of people, I actually made the prize. And what I had made here was like a little cell phone case or a cigarette box case, hoping that you don't smoke, but or you know, for your cell phone, your iPod, any kind of little mechanical gadget that you might want to you know, carry along with you in your bag or on the side of your desk or in your car or in your pocket. Just keep it nice, and you know, you can you know where it is at all times because you feel the material on there, and it's just really pretty, like a deep lime green color. Basically goes with anything. You can see it's up against the purple here. I mean, it can go with red, it can go with black, it can go with basically anything. So this is really very cute. I have my cell phone around here. No, I don't. If I had my cell phone, I could show you that it will fit a cell phone in there for sure. And one of the things that I wanted to send to Jen that goes with this, that I made for her, it is actually a Christmas present, and I really wanted to give this to her. Jen is an amazing person. She's working very hard, and many times she's running out and about where she lives, running out without a coat, and crazy busy, and just an amazing person that never really complains. and I really felt that I wanted to make her something extra special because she asked me to leave the box empty. I didn't want to do that, and I would never really send someone something empty without it. So I made her this as a present because she didn't want any crafty items, and I thought that this would be something that she could really use. I know it's personal, but this color is such a beautiful green color, and anybody can use a scarf, especially a handmade one. This is all hand crocheted, and I can open it for you here. I'll just back away a little bit, and I want you to see my messy desk. As you can see, this is really, really a long scarf, and I definitely believe that she's going to get a lot of use out of this. It's not that heavy, annoying, itchy wool. It's kind of like a combination between polyester and acrylic, which you can just basically throw in your washing machine. If you put it in a dryer, I would actually do it on a low one, or just hang it on a hanger to make it dry so that it stays nice looking all the time. All of the fringes here are probably about 8 inches long. Maybe a little bit shorter. I don't have a ruler handy. Oh wait, maybe I can see on this one. So sorry. Okay. Let's see. Yes, it's almost about 7 inches long, the fringes. And I wanted to have people notice that when she's wearing this, that this is an original handmade item just for her, by not overloading it with fringes all across. Not everybody likes that because it's kind of maybe like a ski look, or I don't know what she would like, but I thought that this was very original, just not overly done, but just a little bit. And as you can see, those were all handmade and knotted into the corner. They're not going anywhere. Everything is tied off and sealed off very, very well. I used to make tons and tons of scarves a long time ago, and a lot of people know me very well for my bridal and my crocheting. So this is actually a really nice piece. And Jen, I hope that you enjoy this little pouch that matches your scarf, as well as this beautiful box that you can use. Oh, I forgot to show you guys, sorry. The bottom is covered in a cream colored felt, and I just